If you don't have your feet, hips, and your arms aligned, you might be in a very, very disadvantage. Because if your hips and your arms are rotated to a certain position, that means your stroke is going to be heavily affected by it. I'm going to show you everything from, how it affects from your feet to your hips and to your arms. Firstly, we're going to start off with hips and your arms. Now, I'm going to show you my experience, how I used to play, and still sometimes I play, and I'm trying to get away from this because it has literally ruined my stroke. Now, I used to have, my feet were always good, but my hips and my arms were always rotated to the left, right? Now, when my arms and hips are rotated to the left, what's gonna happen? My stroke is gonna go up, right? If I'm right here, I'm gonna show you from the back camera. My hips are rotated to the left, my arms are rotated to the left. Now, naturally, my club is gonna go upwards. So now my stroke is already very much wrong, okay? Now, if I have my hips turned very much right and my arms turned very much right, then what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go inwards, okay? And this is just a common sense, right? Watch from the back. I'm gonna go inwards. You see? There's like, if I would be in this alignment, I would actually need to compensate my whole body to actually get to a certain position. I'm not saying this is wrong, but if you can get your alignment straight, it's going to be much easier to actually perfect the stroke and actually get that consistent stroke, okay? So now we know if our hips and arms are left, we go upwards. If our hips and arms are rotated, to the right, then I'm gonna go inwards. Now, what happens to our feet? Now, feet are a little bit different, but still working kind of the similar idea, okay? So now my feet are kind of straight, but if I put my right feet back, right? Now here, it just feels like I have a gravitational pull in the free space around here, all right? So kind of my club is going to be attracted and it's going to be gravitated towards the free space. So in this case, if I stand like this, right, then most likely my club is going to go inwards like you see. My other leg behind, so my left leg behind, now I have free space on the left. Now here, it's going to try to put everything forward. So when I do, when I go through the impact and follow through, my club is gonna gravitate towards the left leg, right? Now just imagine if you're all crooked up, which many golfers are, let's be honest, right? Let's say your hips are right, your shoulders are left, and you stand like this, right? Maybe you can get the balance between, if your arms are left and your hips are right, maybe you can be straight, but that cannot do the trick, right? It's much easier to be straight, aligned with our feet, aligned with our hips, and aligned with our arms, right? And then from here, you can just do a simple stroke. Now let me show you an easy way how you can actually see if your hips are aligned. So if you have an alignment stick, you're gonna put it through the belt pockets, or I don't know what these are called. And now from here, you're just gonna stand down. Now you're gonna see where your hips are rotated, right? So watch. I'm naturally rotated to the left. So if I just go down, you're gonna see my hips rotated to the left, right? You can already see. If I'm like here, this is pointing upwards, which means I'm rotated to the wrong, right? Same goes in here, right? That's why it's always good to have two alignment sticks, one on the ground for the feet. So now from here, right, from the back camera, you're gonna see that my feet are kind of aligned. And now for my hips are rotated to the left, which means I always have to kind of rotate my hips a little bit straight, and then my arms go with my hips. And now from here, I have a perfect position. And it's that easy. If you haven't checked your alignment yet, I would highly suggest you actually check it out. If you have your feet, your hips, and your arms aligned, and your stroke still goes in some weird way, that means that it's not your alignment, that it's something else, and now you can work towards, certain position. Now, if you're all crooked and you align yourself correctly, and you start having good stroke, well, you might actually found the solution. One more thing, you should always have, if you're actually doing this, either you take your club or you have an alignment stick. It's gonna help you out so much. If you have one for the hips, or you have somebody behind, that can actually really help you out, so you can actually see how your hips are aligned. Just grab a club, right? Just grab, let's say, a club. If you don't have alignment sticks, you can grab a club, and then you can have your club as, you can grab a 7-iron, and you can have this for alignment. But for the belting, it's always great to have an alignment stick to help you with the hip rotation. If you would like me to cover any other topics from putting, chipping, pitching, bunker, long game, whatever, let me know, drop it down in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye bye.